a new discussion series brought to you by Commuter Connections. My name is Nicholas Ramfos, and I'm the director of Commuter Connections. And even with the challenges of the past 2 years, one way or another, traffic congestion plays a big role in our lives, from time spent on our commute to the environmental impact. So we're looking forward to sharing voices with you about how we as a region and as individuals can navigate the commute and the resources available to all of us. Today, we'll be speaking with Kari Snyder, who's not only the chair of our Commuter Connections subcommittee, but she's also a regional planner for the Maryland Department of Transportation. Welcome, Kari, and thanks for being our first guest.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, Nick.
So first and foremost, Kari, let's get right to the heart of it, helping commuters. From your work with Commuter Connections and MDOT, what program stands out to you as making the biggest impact on people?
Well, that's an easy answer. Guaranteed ride home. People definitely want that guarantee and that safety net when they're commuting, especially during these uncertain times.
So let's go to the big picture for a moment. How would you describe MDOT's approach towards implementing commuter programs? Bring it home for us. Why are these programs important for commuters and business owners?
Well, there are so many things that Commuter Connections has helped us accomplish in Maryland. And as a transportation agency, the biggest benefit and the goal is congestion management. That means when congestion is at its highest, improving traffic operations and vehicle flow is about just removing 5% of those vehicles off the road during peak hours. And that makes a huge difference.
Well, on that note, we all know about the major rise in working from home, telework. That happened right at the very beginning of the pandemic, and our latest traffic data through November shows that the region's traffic levels returned to about 95% of what they were pre-pandemic. So closer to the DC core, that figure is about 90% through November. So what have you been seeing in Maryland since the start of the new year, and even anecdotally, what's making an impact so far on keeping single occupant vehicles off the road?
Yeah, well, MDOT has been funding this program for decades, and we've recently been expanding to the rest of the state so that we can build on the work that we've accomplished regionally with Virginia and DC. And as we're seeing those traffic volumes recover, telework has definitely found its permanent home, in a very permanent way. And MDOT has been providing toolkits and resources to employers and businesses that everyone is ready to transition to that full-time telework. And we're also incentivizing businesses through tax credits that provide benefits to their employees that want to take those alternative options like ride sharing and like transit.
Absolutely, and that's why rideshare programs like carpooling or van pooling or even biking to work just one day a week can have such a huge impact on our community and the region. Commuter Connections is proud to offer free carpool and van pool matching for commuters who may have friends or maybe their coworkers or even neighbors that can help them get to and from work. So I wanted to ask you, why do this work? Why do you do this? And what makes it so important to you?
Well, for me, it's all about saving people time, money, and hassle from sitting in traffic. I mean, Maryland has the second worst commuting times in the nation. And as an avid multitasker, I know that there are so many better things I could be doing with my time. And I know that's true for other people too. Whether it's, catching up on work, listening to music, podcasts, or my personal favorite, reading. There's just so much more things that you can do with your time when you're not sitting alone in a car. And at the end of the day, it's about knowing that my work has made a positive impact in people's lives, especially in quality of life. I think that's, at the heart of what we do at Commuter Connections.
Yeah, and as we're all slowly trying to return to the office after, the challenges that we've had with this pandemic, I think for me, our ability to help, and when I'm going to say one commuter at a time, is going to be really important because even with the hybrid teleworking, I think our challenge is going to be to really convince folks to use their mobility options. And you know, we're really fortunate as a region that we have so much great infrastructure to accommodate for that. And so I think the reason I do it is because I think it just really, there's a greater sense of purpose here to really help our region and each commuter to really find what works best for them. And that's the beauty
Totally
of
agree.
what we do. Yeah. So, well, that's about all the time we've had today. Kari, thanks so much for helping us kick off the Commuter Connections Commute with Confidence live discussion series brought to you by Commuter Connections. And thanks for all the work you do to help build our program up and to support our program. And thank you out there. You know, we're thrilled to have you join us, and we're really looking forward to hearing about any ideas you have or comments you have on how we can improve our services and programs, and we're looking forward to helping you out as well. Thanks, everyone.